because I was unhappy. And I'm a person since the childhood, like I changed things. I faced the problems. I mean, I could have stayed or I could have quit dancing. I would be definitely not sitting here today.
Yes.
Maybe I'll be sitting somewhere else, also very happy. Yes. You never know. But it was kind of a breaking point, which I know, okay, that didn't impact on my life. I don't know what would have happened differently, but I kind of said, okay, I have to take a decision and I have to do it myself. I can't be going with the flow anymore. He told me, like, very simple thing, but I cried for 3 days after that.
What was it?
So he said, Gaby,
welcome to In Conversations with Yamile, where unconventional paths lead to very exciting stories. Today I am thrilled to have someone whose growth I have witnessed since we first met in Paluca in 2009. 2009, yeah. Her evolution from fitting the ballet dancer box to finding fulfillment in her very own way has been both beautiful and inspiring for me. She radiates joy and kindness, qualities I experienced firsthand when she was the very first person to welcome me in my first day at Paluca. After completing her bachelor's degree, she danced in prestigious German dance companies, now performer at Staatsoperette. Is that right?
Staatsoperette Dresden.
Yes. A dedicated yoga instructor and a loving mother, she embodies what it means to create fulfillment on your own terms. Join me in welcoming my dear friend, Gabrune.
Hello.
Hi,
Yamile. Nice to be here.
Nice. No, it's so great that you said yes.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
My very first podcast.
Yes. So, okay, it was a beautiful thing when I was preparing the questions for you. We're gonna go a bit to your past. But, as I was writing the introduction, that picture of the first day at Paluca, right? All the students are there. We're in Gabrune Saal, and I knew Lester, and I knew Altea. We came from Spain, so it was, okay, we're not all alone here, but still there were all of these unknown people. And then I'm leaving the Gabrune Saal, and then you just come in front of me with this shiny smile, and your hair, your blonde hair, and you smile at me like so big, and it's like, hi, I'm Gabrune. I heard you're from Mexico. And I'm like,
oh, really?
Yes, that's something I will never forget. Yeah.
There are those memories, right, that you just have in mind. I mean, I don't remember that particular day, but I really remember that we straight away connected.
Yes.
It was, I don't know, I was always very fascinated by meeting people from different places. And this Paluca, I mean, I come also from a small country where we basically are just Lithuanians there. And suddenly I'm here in Dresden, in Germany, and I just hear, like, in my class, in the bachelor, we will have people from 12 different countries. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like a dream come true. I can't wait to meet them all. I can't wait to hear the stories, to share the cultures. It was just such an amazing opportunity we all got.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, being the same age also, or the same ages. Yeah.
Having the same passion, being for the same purpose there.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely a time to remember.
Yeah. So, this is a question I know you for so long, but I never actually asked. What brought you to dancing?
To dancing itself, I think from where I am now, the easiest answer would be my mother.
Okay.
My mother brought me to dance because I was 4. But why did she bring me to dance is probably because I showed the interest. I remember being in in a national theater in Lithuania watching a performance, and I think it was Don Quixote or Zorba of the Greeks, something like that. I always had a little passion for this Spanish and Latin cultures.
Yes.
And I loved it so much. I know I was not 4 anymore, I was probably 6, so I was already doing some Kindertanz, like a preschool dance. But I loved it so much that it was, for me, clear that that's my path. Like I never, except once, which we will come to this part, I never questioned this path. From beginning, I kind of knew like I am where I'm supposed to be. And my mom, probably from her intuition, she guided me there.
Yes.
So that's the only thing I knew what to do was dance.
Okay.
Like when I was 4, I was already dancing a lot. Like in Lithuania, it's a little more than the Kindertanz. It's more than once. I think I started with 3 times a week directly, and then went to everyday dancing. So it was the only thing I knew.
So would you say like the dance education or the art and dance awareness is more like in Russia? Would you say like socially it is more valued?
Yes. I mean, now I think in Germany we are getting there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But in Lithuania, it's a post-Soviet Union country. It's like a status. Like if you're a dancer, everybody will be what is the word? Wait, they will respect you.
Okay.
Because sometimes here you have like, oh, you're dancing so nice, but what do you do? What do you work? And like, that's my job. Like, what? In Lithuania, if you say you're a ballet dancer, they know what it means.
Yeah.
So it's prestigious.
Yes. Okay.
That's like to go to a ballet school to be a ballet dancer. It's something that people look at you like, oh, you come from culture. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's also in Germany. We're getting there. It's changing.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I didn't say this in the introduction, but could you say to the viewers and listeners, where are you from?
So I am from Lithuania, a little country between Poland and Latvia. Yes. So it's one of the Baltic countries. The capital is Vilnius. And I was studying in a national dance school. It's a national art school. We were together with the singers, with the pianist, with the painters. Yes. And all instruments as well. So it was like a factory of art, literally.
Wow.
And that's where also dance had its faculty.
Yes.
And there you study from the 5th grade to the 12th grade.
Yes.
And then you normally go to the National Theatre or you do auditions somewhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am from there.
Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out, because when you gave me your CV and I translated, right, it's art
school.
It's not dance school, it's art school. So how was it for you going there every day, and were you like surrounded, or could you perceive the other arts?
Yeah. It was so great. I really remember till now like those moments. So we had like faculty of dance with all ballet studios, and we had for example, at 8 in the morning we could have a ballet class, and then 9:30 we'd go to a math, and we have to like go to another building through the corridor. So we would go with dance clothes and putting warm shoes. We would arrive to a classroom, and there would be already like pianists, just practicing before the math. Cool. So you come from your dance class, and then you go to math, but in between you listen to the pianist. So we the dancers were together with pianists. Other art forms, we didn't meet them daily, because I think the painters were together maybe with violinists. They were checking how the schedule works. So we were with the pianists, but it was amazing. You really felt like you were in a factory of art, and you would face it daily, basically.
Yes.
Face it daily. And of course, we had always live music by ballet class, like also here in Paluca. It was also the piano. And all kind of school events, it was always, all together, all doing things together. It was pretty great.
Wow.
And it was, of course, you start when you're, 10, 11, and then the day looks like you start at 8 and you finish at 7 sometimes. Because they prepare you also for school. So if you you're not becoming a dancer, not becoming a painter, you still can go to university and study something. So for them, it's also very important that the level of the lectures is high enough, so you're ready.
Yeah. And then you, it was 2008 when you came to Paluca.
Yes.
How old were you?
17.
How young were you?
17.
And so, because the way you describe it, right, like how I am perceiving this is, you already had this clarity. You are in a place where the art is valued, and you have this path, as you said, right, like put for you. What made you decide not stay and come to Germany?
So a very, very simple question for me, because I really remember I didn't feel good anymore at school. And actually I don't really know now exactly what it was. It was I think a mixture of many smaller events, like that our class was getting smaller and smaller, and then there was some just Reibung between us people, like students and teachers, and it all got too much. I felt like I didn't feel in the right place, and it got so bad. But it was emotional. I can't say now it was a real problem. It was my perception of my daily life there. I was not happy, and I said it has to change. So, or I stopped dancing. I was ready to quit. I was ready to do something else, but I couldn't. I would wake up in the morning and would say, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. And it was not just dance, it was just this situation.
Yeah.
And then I said, or I keep dancing, but I leave the school. But there is no other school in Lithuania, like on this level, because it's a national school. So I started to think. It was really, I was 16 back then. It was 1 year before Paluca, and I said to my parents, like, I think I want to leave. And like, okay, tell me where. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Okay, I'll check. And I would sit every evening on the Google, which was, 20 years ago. It was not that advanced, but it was there. And I would Google the world. I literally Googled the world. And of course, the money, the price played a big role, because you can go to Julian school in the States, but you have to bring $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 with you. So that was not an option for me. So it had to be something also state, or had some scholarship, something available. And then, I found Dresden, but I knew Dresden because my dad was having some work relationship with the university in Dresden, because he's a physician, and he kept traveling. So I knew the city, I knew Germany, I knew Dresden. As a child, we came here every summer, and I checked, and there is some school, there is Paluca school. I never heard of it before, but look. And then we checked, and my dad said, okay, you want to try? I'm like, yes. So how to apply? And I'd like send the video. And I remember it was Christmas, and at school, Lithuania is also like, parents are normally not really welcome at school. Like, it's, the teacher is your parent for that hour. So it was Christmas time, and somehow I kind of snuggled my dad in school. I kind of, he's just coming to pick something up. And we went to the studio, kind of locked the doors that nobody sees. And he filmed me dancing, doing a class. And we sent the video to Germany, and then they said, okay, you got selected, like a first round, we are inviting you to a second one, but you have to come personally. I said, Dad, can you drive me to Germany? Like, okay, let's do this. So we came with my dad here, and I went to the second round, and I passed it, and they said, okay, you can come to study, but I didn't have the high school degree at the Abitur in German.
Okay.
And in Lithuania, you need it. You do it.
Yes.
In Lithuania, it's like, even if you're a dancer, it doesn't matter what you do, you do your high school.
Yes.
You finish it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a dilemma what to do, and my dad was like, I wish you to have this Abitur, because it's just 1 year left. So I talked with, I think it was Beach already, in the Paluca, and I said, okay, what can we do? I would like to finish it somehow. And then he made like a special plan for me, and he said, okay, you can finish your studies online, like a normal school, the high school, and take different dance classes with different degrees. So first year in Paluca, 2008, I was kind of this go student, being there and being a lot in dorms, doing my Abitur, and I finish it.
Yes.
And then 2009 I started then the bachelor degree official with you guys who just arrived 2009. So I kind of, I'm happy I did it. I don't know if I really needed this Abitur, this high school degree, but I'm happy. I'm happy that I have it.
Yes.
Because it's done.
Okay.
And I finished it online. I did the exams in Lithuania, and with that I was like, okay, I have my Abitur, and then I started my bachelor.
Okay.
So that's how I came to Germany. That's why I came to Germany.
Yes.
And from there was then new part of my life started.
Wow.
Let's say like that.
Wow. I never knew. It's like crazy, no?
Yes, actually, it's just because I was unhappy, and I'm a person since the childhood. Like, I change things. I face the problems. I mean, I could have stayed, or I could have quit dancing. I would be definitely not sitting here today.
Yes.
Maybe I'll be sitting somewhere else, also very happy. Yes. You never know. But it was kind of a breaking point, which I know. Okay, that didn't impact on my life. I don't know what would have happened differently, but I kind of said, okay, I have to take a decision, and I have to do it myself. I can't be going with the flow anymore.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So that was the moving force that brought me to Germany.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not so bad to be not okay. Is it? No. We want to be okay.
So now that we have a bit of your background, right? Like what brought you to Germany, and then you finished your bachelor. We finished together. Yes, 2012.
The bachelor work in the Hellerau, that was a big thing. That was really...
Yeah, and so then afterwards, you changed the companies, and you went from one company. I mean, what I could see, because it was audition time, right? And so you're just there, you're just going everywhere, and I could see that you had, thanks to your formation in the art school in Lithuania, I could see that you had the formation that gave you the, I'm gonna say it, the equipment to get a job in a theater. Like, I could see that from the outside. I mean, I think theater life is not for every dancer, but in your case, I could see, you will get it, right? You will get it. And how many auditions did you do?
25.
25?
To get my first job. 25. All over the Europe, actually. I mean, mainly Germany, but also abroad.
Yeah. Talk about persistence. Yeah. And so you got finally you got into the theater. You changed various times, right?
So I went to Deutsche Tanzkompanie in Austerlitz. From there I went to Flensburg.
Yes.
I went back to Deutsche Tanzkompanie. I went to Oldenburg.
Yes.
I went to Berlin to live and a little bit freelance. And from there I came to Dresden.
Yes.
And I stayed then here.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, from the outside, because we would meet every now and then, right? Like, even though we were like, I was always in Dresden, so...
She was always in Dresden. She was the loyal one who always stayed. And the people were just keep coming and going, and like, you could always see, with your coffee, like, oh, he's there. Oh, now she's there. Okay. And we all like, and she stayed, wow, and you found your way. It's just beautiful how everybody's different, and like we started the same and then spread out, came back together. It's really crazy.
And so for me, from the outside, the way I saw it, and it was observing, and as you said, it was the nice thing of staying in the same place, that I could see everyone else's life as a movie. Sometimes I wish I could do that for myself, right? But it's easier to do it with someone else. And what I could sense, also through our conversations, is that you were looking for something. And also because, you know, even you were moving from cities, and then within the city you were moving from flat. So I always had the feeling you are looking for something. What were you looking for?
It might sound a little bit cheesy, but I really know till the bottom of my heart, sorry, that I was looking for happiness. I was looking for personal satisfaction. I was looking for that feeling I belong here. And I couldn't find it. And it took me a long time to know what it is, because I thought at the beginning it was a job. Like after doing those 25 auditions, I thought, like, when I get a job, I'll be happy. Then I got a job and it was great, like lots of great moments, lots of great roles, but it was still missing something. And I'm like, okay, so it's another job. For sure, it's that job there, that will be. And I got another job. Like after first job, I didn't need to do so many auditions, and it was just coming, the jobs were coming. And again, the same, I was there, I was dancing, I had friends, great friends, and I was still not happy. And then again, and then I started to see the pattern. Okay, there is something wrong. That's not a job's fault. There is something in me. Like, what is it? And then started really this big journey into myself and finding out what is that I'm looking for. What is the happiness? How and when I'll be happy. And yeah, it took a while. It took many books and many very crazy workshops. You know, in Berlin you can find everything. I'm very happy I got to do it. I'm very happy I went into myself. And yeah, then I could crystallize like what it is. And I can't say like now, okay, it was exactly this job but it was, I understood that I had to learn to be happy with what I have. Without, I'm not saying like stop dreaming or stop reaching your goals, but kind of understand that what you think you need, it's not really what you need. It's your perceptive, it's your thought. So you can always look for a better job, you can always look for more money, you can always look for better you can and do it as long as you're still happy with what you have. And I was like, so I think I told you about this book that really changed my, I mean, not my life, but my point of view. It was from Jorge Bucay, Let Me Tell You a Story. A beautiful book, very easy reading, but with very deep sense. And it was one story of, I don't want to tell the whole story, but it was at the end of this, you probably cannot have the 100. What is the 100 at all? But maybe in your head, like, I'll be happy when, I'll be happy that when. But kind of learn to be happy with 99 and keep searching, keep doing for what you want to have the 100, but learn to be happy because 99 is a lot. And actually we all, like in here, we all have 99. It doesn't matter what it is. And that's why sometimes you see this poverty, you see poverty in India, you see poverty in Africa, but sometimes you look at the people and you're like, but they look happier than the ones here with like lots of things and lots of, so where is the secret? Like, is it the what we have or is it what we feel? And from that point, suddenly I started to see things around me which were like, wow, I have this, and wow, this makes me happy. And from there on was everything much easier. And then I came here, and then like right now what I also see, just dance didn't make me also happy. I needed more. More is also a little, not the right word, I needed different. I needed to be more complete, and to be more complete, I found myself dancing salsa, I found myself doing yoga, I found myself doing yoga teacher trainings. I found myself getting a fiancé now, soon to be a husband. I found myself in a motherhood, and I started to see, okay, this is what makes me happy. And it's still not the 100, but I still have my dreams. I still have things that I want to have or achieve. But I can still say I'm happy now.
Yeah, I can totally relate, because the way you describe it is like, and I think a lot of dancers who go into the theater jobs, right? Like they devote their lives to it. I mean, you have no choice, right? You have no choice. You come home, you eat, you sleep. That's it. You watch Netflix, right? And I think there's a danger that you miss so much out of life. And I think what you are seeking, what you just described, is so legitimate, because you're looking for a well-rounded life, right? Like what we call in one word fulfillment, which is possible. And yeah, as you said, maybe the 100% is not. It's not like you cannot cover all areas all the time.
All the time,
right?
Be all the time the best or on top.
Right.
Yeah. No.
But at least, you know, what I love about you is that you just give you give that attention to areas, right? And I think you're an example of how it is possible, because you still have your job in the in the Staatsoperette.
Oh, almost.
It's next to it.
They are just
very
a street apart.
So you know, it is quite demanding, and yet you manage. You have a beautiful child. You have a beautiful fiance, may I say it?
Yes, I do.
Right? And so it's really, I mean, I'm gonna use the word. You've put the dedication. You've put the work. You've put the discipline, and it is beautiful to see.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, sometimes from inside you're like, oh, but I'm not doing good enough. And that's again, I think of the stopping and being like, we are it's expected from us, because all we know from childhood is kind of not punishing, but punching yourself. Like you have to do better. You have to be better. You know, looking at the mirror, it's always not good enough.
Yeah.
And that's it's a big struggle for dancers. I mean, I know many dancers, and many dancers struggle with this thing of this self-love, acceptance, confidence, that we also talked before. And this is something we have to work on.
Yeah.
And also being in one company, it's also great. And you know, I have a lot of respect to people who stay 15 years in the same place, because it's also not easy. But for me, it's not what I wanted. And I had to really, really learn to work with myself, for myself, to get rid, or at least to minimize this thought, this seeking of perfection, because that's what we are trained to do. That's what is expected from ballet dancer. That's why it's one of the most difficult discipline. Like we are working as a Leistungssportler, we are athletes. We're underpaid athletes at the end, and that's what is expected from us, body-wise and mentally, to always be on top, to always be the best, to be better than yesterday. It's all great. It's all mentally great until you face the days that you are not okay. You face the moments in your life when you need to be softer, when you need more love and not just discipline. And that's a hard part, I find. And that's why I also decided I need less of that. I need to find the balance. I think it's all about balance, and we're also so different as people, as dancers, as artists. No, everybody. And I have a lot of discipline, yes, but I had to actually almost work to because we have this energy. We have like I know I have. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, what to do now? I need to be productive. If I didn't do anything productive, it's like the day is lost. It's not okay. So I really had to work on it. Like, it's okay not to, create something or. I'm working on it still. But yeah, so that's what yoga and of course the motherhood. Kind of you face this thing. And I remember when I did the teacher training, I was in Bali in 2020. A guy from the course, Klaskammer, the classmate, he told me very simple thing, but I cried for 3 days after that.
What was it?
So he said, Gaby, you should or try to go one gear down, because you can't keep driving on the gear 6, you know. Yes. And it really got to me. I'm like, this man knew me, this guy knew me for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And in very different, I was very relaxed for myself, and still he could see that I'm just pushing. I need to be the fastest. I need to be the best. I need to soak everything in, and it's also not bad personality, but at some point, you know, you'll crush if you always drive on your maximum. You'll crush. Yeah. You have to stop. You have to make breaks. You have to go on the 3rd gear and go, you know, just slowly. Yeah. So this really made me think and really like, okay, need to find a way to. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I've been working on also. Yeah.
So let's go a bit back, because right now you've packed a lot of I mean, we went into the fulfillment, which was one of the things that I wanted to touch with you. Mm-hmm. And I want to go back because maybe for the listeners and the viewers, they don't know what it meant for you to choose the path you've chosen today. Mm-hmm. Particularly in the dance, in the terms of dance, which for us is like very familiar, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a pivotal moment in your life, another one, right? Mm-hmm. Like the one coming to Germany. Mm-hmm. There was another one where you were in Oldenburg, mm-hmm. which is, in Germany, I think it's a very, very, it has a very high quality, mm-hmm. artistically. And for many dancers, you could say that was the dream. Mm-hmm. That was it. That's mm-hmm. it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's it. Now you can relax and go to work every single day, mm-hmm. right? And yet you changed that. You realized that the dream was not yours, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. And you changed that, and you came to the Staatsoperette, mm-hmm. which it's a totally different direction, mm-hmm. And for some might be not such a respected direction. Mm-hmm. So was there any resistance from others in your life when you decided to pursue a different path?
No.
Mm-mm. Beautiful.
Mm-mm. I must say it was a very hard decision, because mm-hmm. as you described really, really well, Oldenburg is also one of the companies that dancers dream for. Mm-hmm. It's not the biggest in Germany, but they have very good repertoire. They have very good dancers. It's really a full package. So I was very, very happy to go there, and I really thought, okay, that's it. That's the dream. And as you also beautifully said, it was just not mine. And I felt it with every cell in my body of the gratitude to be there, mm-hmm. and the need to leave. And I'm so happy and grateful that I got to be there and got to feel that, because right now I can say I did it. Yeah. I did it all. I did all I wanted. So even if I stop dancing today, yeah. I won't regret. Yeah. Because I went to my maximum. I knew, yeah. you know, like we all have, like, you know, there is the border. So I got till that border, and I still did it. I still made it, and I still dance on that beautiful stage, those beautiful choreographies. But I was not happy, mm-hmm. and it was a sign of like, okay, you reached the goal. Now you can relax. You can go. You can look for that, what you are looking, and not what others say. Like others say, you know, get a good job, mm-hmm, get a good company. Mm-hmm. And I didn't go to Staatsoperette directly. I actually went to nothing. Mm-hmm. I just said I want to quit, and mm-hmm. I didn't have a job. Mm-hmm. So I went to Berlin to kind of, because I still had like an apartment there. I went there and I said, I have to figure out what I want from life. Mm-hmm. It's not really a company, a better company, because for me it wasn't nothing really better than Oldenburg. And then the Staatsoperette came as a pregnancy replacement. So it was just 5 months. So I was like, I never did really show. I never did operette, and like I probably can do it, but it was never a dream, let's say. So, but I go there. I know the city. I need a job. Why not? And then I started, and I saw, well, actually, it's not that bad. Like, I'm in this beautiful city, because another thing, Oldenburg is also a really beautiful city, but it's small. And I felt like for me, it was too small.
Okay.
I was there for the theater. I loved the theater, but then I was missing to have like a Straßenbahn, to go with a bus somewhere. Like, I felt like it's just too small for me. And Dresden, I love this city. It's really beautiful. I'm like, oh, I can work and live here. So it was the first balance that I was looking for. I was here not just for dancing. I was starting to have a private life, a life outside the theater. I mean, we always had private life, but until this point, I was always with dancers. And we dancers know how beautiful it is, how, you talk about the themes that you're interested in, but at some point you start you keep talking about the same things. And it's just all dance, morning dance, afternoon dance. And it was just too much. I needed a break for my brain. I wanted to meet other people. I wanted to talk other themes. I wanted to just that people see me as Gaby and not, a dancer.
Yeah.
Because that was a big fight of this identity. Who am I without dance? And for many years, I'm like, nobody. I can just dance. And I needed for myself to find another qualities in me, or what can I offer to the world except dance. And that's what I started to find, like in Berlin and here. And then dance became a job that I love, but not everything.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And that's how it's until today. I give my best. I try to give my best, but I go there, I leave, and I leave all the problems, all the thoughts, all the imperfections. I leave it there, and I go to this other world, which is my family, which are my friends, my hobbies. And it's nice. For me, it is nice. That's what I was seeking. It's not for everybody. Some people are also very happy staying in the bubble. Like, I love the bubble. Like when I was still in Palooka, and after I was like, but it's probably super boring out of the bubble. That's the coolest bubble, right? Like,
it is.
It is. Like, people, you're a dancer, it's so cool. Like, yeah, it is the coolest. But when every restaurant has a kitchen, right? And every theater has the ballet studio where the things are happening, and it's not always the coolest thing. So it's kind of nice. Now I have both. I have that bubble and I have the outside bubble. So it's great. I love it.
It is.
Yeah. So that's how I came here. It was not that I replaced Oldenburg with this. It was just, thank you. I arrived to what was my goal.
Yes.
So I touched the goal, and then I said, it's not this anymore. So I could let it go and look for something else.
Yeah.
So I feel fulfilled.
Yes.
I don't do auditions anymore. There is nothing that I really, really aim for. Like, I want to be there. I'm very grateful that I have a job. I'm very grateful that with 34 years old, I'm still dancing. It's still my full-time job. I am grateful. And it's okay how it is now. It's really okay.
I think ultimately, and I mean, now I'm in a moment in my life where I've realized how humbling it is. It is like, we have these goals, right? We have these lists. We're checking, either mentally or like literally checking. And ultimately, what I've seen in my life, and I think you've come to realize that the way you're expressing yourself is life knows better than you.
Or one friend of mine once told me, you get not what you want, but you get what you need. And it's almost, right? The life has kind of a path for you.
Yes.
And still, it's important to have goals and dreams, but you have to keep your eyes open, and if it doesn't happen the way you wish, like, don't stop there, don't get too frustrated, don't leave it. Kind of, why the life is offering me that? Maybe there is something there what I actually need.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that's how, that's why I don't really like to have to fix like plans or like it has to happen. This is like, this is my wish, this is my goal. But if sometimes maybe we do arrive to our destination, but the path is not just straight.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Sometimes you just have to go different ways, and you still arrive there and happier, and you never know. But that's what I also learned with the time and with the things that were happening in my life. Kind of keep open, everything is a gift, right?
Everything. Yeah.
So the universe is kind of probably trying to tell you something if it's not happening the way you want.
Yeah.
So try to listen to it and take the things and listen to yourself, and not just, because your question was like, did somebody when I left Oldenburg, like, did somebody questioned it, or what was the reaction? And maybe I didn't even listen, but I listened to myself. So I didn't really care what others thought, because I knew it was the right thing to do for me. So stay truth to yourself. Yeah. And sometimes, even if it's from outside looks like a weird decision, it's still yours.
Yeah, definitely. So you're already covering my one of my last questions, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Maybe something comes up. What would you tell anyone out there, no matter the walk of life? So no matter if they are dancers, if they are architects, if they are bakers, no matter. What would you tell them about pursuit of dreams and finding your path?
It's not an easy question. I can answer it in multiple ways. Okay. Definitely. No, I mean, as you said, I maybe a little bit answered it already. Pursuing the dream, I think it is important to have a dream, to know what you want. But even if you can't crystallize it like perfectly, it's also okay. Like, you have to know the way. But I would advise to don't be afraid for different ways towards your dream, towards your path. So even a no, it's also a yes.
Yes.
And don't be afraid of no's. Oh, this is definitely from me. This is, I tell to many. I told to Nico. I told to some friends. If you don't ask, there is just no. And if you ask, you have 50% of yes.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, if you really know your dream and you really wanna, get there, don't wait for people to bring it to you, because you're lucky if it happens. In my life, didn't really happen often. Like, you have to go and ask for it, and don't be afraid for a no. Like, probably can be 1, 2, 3, maybe 10. Me, 25 said no, but then comes somebody and says yes, and from there on there can be maybe just yeses.
Yes.
So like, give yourself a time. It's also, if you keep getting no's for 10 years or 20 years, it might frustrate you at some point. So be open, and maybe have other dreams. Look for other dreams. Look for other things that you're passionate for, but don't give up after the first no.
Yeah.
Definitely that. You have to find the. I mean, my goal is always to be happy, to be positive, to share the light, but. If somebody's goal for now is to get this job, go for it. Definitely. Go for it, no matter how many no's it is.
Yeah.
Somewhere, somebody will give you a yes. But maybe it will not be the exact one job that you applied one time. Maybe be another one in another country even. But that's a big yes also. No, it opens you more doors. So this also saying when the door closes, the window opens is definitely a real thing. Definitely a real thing.
Has your definition, if you have a definition, has your definition of success evolved throughout your life path you've had thus far? At this point in the conversation, we realized we were opening a whole new theme. Gaby will be back to share with us her views around success. What project are you working on right now? What's the next exciting big event in your life?
Oh, this is more my private life.
Yes.
Not really in my work life. But that's okay, because there is always the change from, okay, like personal life is everything calm, it's all the same, it's all, beautiful, to have also stable, and then something happens in your work life. So I have a child, she's gonna turn 2 in July, so it was also a very, very interesting, very special journey from, leaving the company while pregnant, being out of the work when you have a child, and all those thoughts, okay, will I be able to come back mentally and physically? How it will be. Like it's quite a big thing for a dancer and a woman to go through that. And I came back, and it was better than I expected. More fulfilling, and it was really, really beautiful. And now it's been a year that I am dancing, and it comes back to this, pattern of like, now I know, like now I don't get so excited or so nervous. It's starting to be like a routine. And there is something about routines. I like to have one, but I get bored. Fast. So I always need some projects for myself. So right now, like what I told you, it's moving to another apartment, it's organizing the wedding. So it's all the personal private things in my life. And then who knows, then maybe again work-wise something comes up, like I'm still having my yoga aside, and maybe would be possible to grow that one a little bit more. But right now my goal, and really my biggest concern, is to balance everything, because it's quite a lot what I have on the plate right now, and I love it all, but I have to find a good balance, that that my child doesn't feel that I have less time for her, or that at work I'm still good enough after not having a good night. So it's all those things that have to be balanced. So I don't want to get too much, because then I want to enjoy the day, and not just run through it. And sometimes it happens, like by all of us. So that's it today. Tomorrow might be different. What I would answer, right? But that's the beauty of here and now.
Okay, Gaby, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Yamile.
Thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed, let us know in the comments. I'm gonna leave all where you can find Gaby. She's super active on Instagram. You will find all her details, how you can connect with her, in the description below. Bye-bye.
Bye.